Dude, you've been muted the whole time. You're muted.
No, I'm not.
You were. You were muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can. You were muted.
No, I wasn't. I'm looking at my screen.
It was muted, dude.
Looking at my screen, it's not muted.
Everyone says can't hear. You're muted.
I don't know, man. Hey,
you're muted.
Let's go. Bring it.
You're muted, dude.
What a great day of football is what I was saying. It's a great day of football. OU with one of the only dominant victories so far today from all the big timers in the SEC. Bama's putting it to Tennessee right now. 30-13 last check on that one. Yeah, Mark Stoops and Mike Stoops trying to help OU out here, Jay.
Help OU? I don't really care about that. What is that? I don't care. Like, I just like seeing Texas.
Wait, you don't care. You called me 10 minutes ago and said this would be huge for OU. You called me and said this would be huge. No, you called me and said this would be massive for OU. And now you get on there. You absolutely did, dude. I'm done. You absolutely did.
I said this would be huge, is what I said be huge.
Hey, Jason, I'm sorry I'm an OU fan, and Texas losing helps OU. It does.
I agree, Jerm. I want Texas to lose.
What is your deal, man?
Every game of the year, Jerm wanted to lose. Every game of the year. Jeez.
It absolutely helps OU with Texas losing.
Massive mistake by Texas when they had the ball run out of bounds.
I don't care about Texas, Jay.
Jerm, how much did a tutty cost you today?
None. I haven't.
Geez. Jerm's not muted, guys. He's not muted.
Maybe you should mute me, Jay, because I'm tired of that. With that comment you just made after your conversation 7 minutes ago on the phone. Wow.
You're whatever, dude.
Hey, one thing about Oklahoma, and you've seen it across. I mean, Auburn's up 14-10 last check on Missouri, Jay. Missouri, one touchdown against the Auburn defense. Like I've said before, Auburn's defense is legit. And Arnold does have a pick today, but look, I did something that I'm going to get into, Jay, later. I've got a Google sheet going with the SEC contenders. There's 9 contenders. I think there's 4 guaranteed spots, 5 possible spots.
Well, a lot of it depends on, I mean, you look at Notre Dame. Notre Dame needs to lose a game. And they're ahead right now by what, 3?
Yeah, you need Lincoln Riley to beat them.
What is this about by Mr. A here?
I didn't see this. Fill us in. I don't know what happened on that, Jay. I haven't followed Twitter today. Fill us in on that.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that either.
Now, Court said this is one of OU's best secondary in a while. Look, I will say this. When OU gets beat, it's because of interference. They're not just getting ran by.
Well, it's because they don't have very good like turning their head around. They're playing the ball. That's the main.
Was it on Twitter? Was it on Twitter or something? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Now we have also this comment by OU Rhino Traber take again, guys. Not sure what that's about, but
maybe it's about the same thing. Hey, third live of the day today, dude. Third live. Hey, who else does more live shows than this channel right here, Jay? I'm getting amped up. This is fun. There's not another channel. That was the answer, Jay. There's not another one.
OU gets beat. It's because of materials, right? Well, that was last week. It comes down to this, guys. Every week is different in college football. UCLA this week, they've been on a roll, Jerm. They're losing at home right now to Maryland.
You can't explain it, Jay.
Virginia pulled it out today. By the way, got to say it, Jerm. Is there any – I mean, ACC and Big 12, they're not getting more than one, are they? Either one.
Well, 4 top 10 teams lose today. OU's going to be in the top 10.
Yeah, the 4 of them lost. So I think they'll be right at 10 if I had to guess.
Yeah.
And Ole Miss will be a top 10 matchup.
You don't think they drop below 10, do you?
No, I don't think so.
I'm guessing they're going to be 8, 7 or 8.
The question is, who do you got as your top 3? Do you got 1 Ohio State, 2 Indiana, and 3 Bama?
Yeah, you got to right now.
That's kind of what I would.
You got to right now,
Landon says ACC could get 2. They could, but who would they be at this point?
Did Virginia lose to Washington State?
They won and nail biter. They squeaked at 22-20.
Wow. Hey, I'll say this about the playoff committee, Jay, and I know Courts is with me. they've got to look at eye test. They've got to look at games where teams squeak out in overtime or 22-20. They have to take some of that stuff into consideration when the schedules are so different.
Yeah, and I understand the Georgia Tech, but go look at their schedule.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. Hey, the other thing is this. I'm sorry. Does anybody on here think the group of 5 will ever win a national championship? They need to do away with the automatic bid. Group of 5.
It's just still something from the SEC or Big Ten.
From a team that could legitimately win a few games in the playoff.
Irish scores now. Hey, Irish making it could really hurt.
Now, Vandy could jump OU. That's a good point, Chris. That's a good point.
Jay, Vandy's not making the playoff. I did my little calculations. I don't have them in.
So what's the deal here? Notre Dame scored, so they're up, 10 now?
Yeah, hey, Jay, and Notre Dame, if they could lose that Pitt, but if they make it in the playoff, it hurts. And it's ridiculous. They shouldn't be in the playoff.
Well, they haven't the 2 teams they played that were pretty good, they lost. And now they don't play anybody.
They haven't beaten anyone. You should not take them over a 9-3 big-time conference team.
They will, though, Jeremy. You know
they will, but they shouldn't, Jay. OU would match up so well against Notre Dame. I would love to see it because OU's matchup against Notre Dame would be great.
Yeah, you don't want to have this argument again. You know it's Notre Dame, Jeremy. They're going to go.
I know.
I agree with this, Jen, 100,000%. They need their own playoff. It'd be good for both parties.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, he didn't play very well. I also think, listen, anytime you're behind an O-line that's bad.
Kentucky down to the 4-yard line on the first possession. With
pressure all the time, your quarterback's not going to look as good. Today, the Texas game, they could have had a 2-touchdown lead if Arch makes some throws. I mean, is
Arch like
first and goal
9 of 24 today? He's pretty bad, Jay.
It's a true road game. They have not played good on the road this year at all offensively. I mean, you have the
Florida road test. Tennessee tonight, Jay, came out, got a lot of yards, too many bad turnovers, and especially for OU. With the defense OU has, you just can't turn the ball over.
You also had the Mississippi State debacle at the end. I mean, there's been some debacles this week. Miami, Mississippi State.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Jay, if you're Kentucky, you don't kick a field goal. You go for it on 4th down.
And Clerks, I agree with you here. I agree with this statement. I think you're on an island. It's one-on-one. It's a very tough position.
Hey, this comment about Landon says.
That's a good point. It could be.
I think it could be, but Tennessee for sure would be. But, Jay, Tennessee goes on the road next week, too.
All right, let's talk about this real quick. LSU, in my opinion, I don't think they're making it. They've already got 2 losses. I think they're going to at least have 3, maybe more. They're gone.
Okay.
Opinion. You got Georgia, in my opinion, going to be a lock. Ole Miss going to be a lock. Because even if Ole Miss loses to Oklahoma, I don't see
Ole Miss likely has 2 losses unless they lose the Egg Bowl. 3.
Yes, correct. And then
OU could be OU's playoff fate, Jay, could lie in Jeff Lebby's hands. Think about that. And that's very well could be.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I was getting ready to say. Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss. In my opinion, I think those 3 are in. Okay, they're going to make it. I just think with their schedules, they're going to make it. So that's 3 teams. Then you got Missouri, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Vanderbilt. That's 4 teams if you don't include LSU. 4 teams probably going for 1 spot.
Yeah.
Right?
Jay, I've got a spreadsheet. I'll go over it in a minute.
Oh, boy.
I'll go over it. Horrible Kentucky. Horrible.
What'd they do? Kick a field goal?
No, it's 4th and goal on the foot line.
They're kicking a field goal?
Absolutely.
No, they're not.
They tried to go over the top. That never works.
Wait, they're kicking a field goal from the foot?
Well, it's 4th and goal. It looks like they're going to go for it.
Are you watching it?
I've got my phone right there. They're not going to get it. They're not going to get it. They're not going to get it.
Phone on, dude.
They're not going to get it, dude. Hey, Texas should drop on this, though. The Ole Miss loss today does hurt in the long run because you needed – I mean, I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, you're watching the game.
4th and goal and get stopped over the top again. It's unbelievable. But the quarterback.
They ran it up the middle.
4 times.
Jeez. You know who's not on here, won't be on here, is Texas Nightmare tonight.
Mark Stoops. Do some kind of creativity.
Over the top with the quarterback or running back?
Running back. 2 straight times goes over the top.
Yeah, you can't run up the middle on them. That's stupid. That's dumb.
Yeah, Texas does have good defense.
It doesn't matter. Texas has issues, dude. I mean, they're not winning at Georgia.
They're likely going to be a playoff team, Jay. And I'll tell you.
How?
I'll tell you, Jay.
Who are they going to beat? I think they're going to lose to Georgia.
That's it. Georgia and Florida.
Oh, I think A&M will get them.
At Texas?
Oh, I think A&M will get them.
I actually don't, Jay. A&M squeaked by Arkansas today. Hey,
Vanderbilt might get them. Vanderbilt might get them.
Jay, I'll tell you this.
At Arkansas might get them.
Jay, I'll tell you this. About Texas. Here's an interesting one for you guys. 9-3 Texas over OU because they only have 2 losses in conference. They're going to be 9-3 overall, 10 and only have 2 losses in conference. Sooner fan, I did like the 2 personnel in the backfield today. I did.
Hey, and by the way, we'll have Daniel joining in just a minute. He's going to chat with us about kind of offensively and everything, how they look today and everything. So we'll have him on in just a minute. Just pathetic play calling though and I don't want this to be a Texas podcast. The last thing I want to do is talk about Texas. I don't think they're good enough either, Wes. I don't think their offense is good enough. And frankly, I think OU's offense got to get a lot better. But Georgia's going to make it for sure, Corks. But Texas, I think it just depends on some things. Texas.
Hey, so on the spreadsheet that I did real quick, I've got 9 teams contending for the 4 spots. Here they are. A&M, Georgia, Ole Miss, Texas, Missouri, Bama, OU, Vandy, Tennessee. Those are the 9. Everyone else eliminated already, okay? So you got 9 vying for 4 spots, maybe 5. Georgia, locked. They're going to have 2 losses, no more than that. Ole Miss, even with the loss to OU, probably only has 2 losses, locked. Bama, locked. No more than 2 losses. Tennessee, if they beat OU, locked. They're going to have 2 losses. They don't have any other tough games left.
Well, they got to play Vanderbilt
in Tennessee.
Well, they got to play Vanderbilt though.
But you're missing the point. So that's 4 right there that are in, Jay. And then Texas would likely be the 5th because I've got A&M.
I can't stress how important, if OU beats Ole Miss on Saturday, how important the road game is at Tennessee.
Oh, yeah. A&M's got to lose at LSU, at Missouri, and at Texas.
Well, they could. I mean, Missouri might lose tonight.
But see, what you're missing, Jay, is even if A&M beats Texas and knocks Texas out, it doesn't matter. A&M takes that spot. That's the issue.
A&M's already going to be in.
No, I just said at LSU, at Missouri, and at Texas. What do you mean they're already in?
I think Aggies are going to make it. I kind of got them as a make it. Hey,
they keep squeaking by every week. They squeak by every week. Here's what it's going to come down to the end. It's going to come down to the last couple games. Everyone knew this is how it's going to be. It was going to do this. There's no gimme in college football nowadays, especially in the SEC. There just aren't gimmies, man.
Just go 10-2, Jerm. Just go 10-2.
You go 10-2, you're a gimme. You're in. You control your own destiny. Got to win a road game. You got to win one more road game.
Yeah.
So check out the FanStop, thefanstop.com. Sign up for the OU Shirt of the Month Club. Mark's got phone line. I don't know.
Is that what that is? I can't tell
what
that
it looks like.
Well, Daniel's going to be joining us, and we'll also take callers too. So,
hey, yeah, Mez, I got A&M losing to Missouri. I got A&M losing to Missouri, LSU, and Texas. I don't have Texas losing 2 more games.
So you have Texas beating Vandy then.
And even if they don't, Jay, Vandy would then take a spot because I don't have Vandy in the playoffs.
What I've watched tonight, Texas looked pretty bad.
Terrible, and they squeak by. I hope the committee takes these eye test games into account.
Yeah. Hey, we got Daniel on. Let me get Daniel on here. Let's see here. What's up, Daniel? How you doing, man?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Oh, good. Just hoping Texas will lose that tonight, but it looks like they're going to pull it out, I think.
That's Kentucky. Come on now. You know they sense blood. They can't finish.
Yeah, that's true. Kentucky struggles with that, man. Hey, man, overall thoughts on the game today? I know offensively, the running game, 101 yards rushing by Blaylock. I mean, that's for OU to have a 100-yard backs.
Right.
That's saying a lot from what it's been like the last year or two. So, just kind of your overall thoughts. See any changes out there that you thought as far as
Yeah. So I did like what I saw. I like the increased intensity from right off from the point of contact. That was good. I saw receivers attacking leverage, different things like that. Running backs were explosive. They were the offensive line were making holes, which is what I enjoyed seeing as well. Which was a big contrast, obviously, from last week to this week. So overall, I liked what I saw, but I'm going to stay positively optimistic just because they came into this game angry, different things like that. They, from what I was told, and I asked people, we did not have the juice we needed going in last week's game. They had that going in this week's game.
And that makes no sense.
Exactly. You got your what's whooped last year, but you don't come into this year thinking we got something to prove. We got a statement to make. So that was the result of it. They lost. But no, yeah, I think this game this week it's a step, but I still people who are I still want more, and I still am not set on certain individuals and certain things just because they had this one good game. And a lot of it's based off emotion, which you need to have emotion every week. So that's how I feel about the situation.
The good news is Ole Miss's defense has been sus right. At best lately. They're allowing a lot of yards, so maybe they can continue some things. Hey, I see the comment about should we be excited about running the ball versus the worst rush defense? And I know Stewart was out, but here's the deal. OU couldn't do it against Illinois State. Exactly. And they couldn't do it against Kent State. So yes, I'm excited.
But then that's the thing too. Hopefully they don't use that as they're the worst and just go in with the mentality of playing our game, doing what we're supposed to do. I remember when I met Coach Gary Gaines. This is when I was getting recruited back in high school. I met him at Lubbock and at Texas Tech, and he said to me when I was talking to him, the easiest way to win is to make everything simple. And I was like, what do you mean by he was like, the simple things. That is with offensive line, coming off the ball, nasty, exploding. Running backs following their box, blocking, following the hose. The quarterbacks getting the ball to the receivers, doing all the simple things. And I think that our offense, what they've shown parts and what they haven't shown is the simple part of the game. Coach V's talked about complimentary, football all year. But what I've noticed from some of the games is that it seems like the complementary football is position based in per unit, if you understand what I'm saying. So the defense is complementary within itself. The D line's complementary to the linebackers. The linebackers are complementary to the secondary. But it seems like on the offensive side, every unit is itself. They're not cohesive. The O-line is not helping out the running backs. The running backs aren't helping out the quarterback. The quarterback isn't helping out the receivers. The receivers aren't helping out. It's like they are their own thing. And I think today they actually tried to do that. But last week, that was not the case. Tight ends getting knocked off the ball into the running back's lap. Receivers not, finding leverage, getting open, getting the ball downhill. And I don't know what that is. And from what I've seen so far, even if they do have a good season, I still think they need to reevaluate if we need to keep. I'm just going to say in this order on hottest to coldest: Joe John, DeMarco, Bill Beatonbow, and Emmett Jones. Those are the four offensively they may need to look at and say, we need to get with Arbuckle. He may needs to find his guys, because I do like how Jones recruits, but I don't like how he develops, because it seems like to me the receivers have a hard time getting open, have a hard time blocking in certain instances. And I'm not even going to talk about the running backs and the tight ends. Running back, I've said all year, need to be X-Rob and Torrey Blaylock. I've said that the entire year.
Now you did see more Caden Helms today, so I think probably that's something they're going to do going forward. Javonte Gibson had 6 catches today. It was good to see a guy of size on the outside. He ran a lot of 7 to 10 yard comebacks on the sideline, and they connected pretty well. Took one shot to him down the sideline. Mateer just put it out of bounds. Didn't even get a chance to go up and get it. But I see comments about Mateer's probably still hurt. Look, no one's ever going to talk about that anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I don't think Mateer's hurt. I think Mateer came back, was juiced to come back, didn't realize the importance of getting those reps, and he was in a big moment, and he crumbled in that moment. I don't think he was hurt. You know, some of the throws we've seen, why I don't think he's hurt is because we've seen those throws all year.
Yeah.
Nothing to me from what I've seen from his gameplay from last week, even the weeks before that, and then up until today, I can't distinguish between that's a hurt throw and that's a John Mateer throw.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen. And some of the throws are John Mateer throws. Sometimes he's inaccurate. Sometimes he misses. And you go back and watch the film from the earlier games, you're just like, wait a minute, that looks just like pre-injury.
Yeah, he missed some of those. He missed some of those in Auburn, too, and you're like,
exactly.
Now, hey, real quick, thanks for the supers. Easy Money and Jen Kane. Appreciate it. But one thing I loved today, guys, was 2 running backs, and that was it pretty much. They didn't mess around with Ott. They did bring Tatum in at the very end, which I thought was surprising. He even got on the field.
Mop up time.
I think what the baffling thing of all, when you look back so far, they're 7-1 or 6-1, and I think most people would have said nobody expected them to be 7-0. So they're probably where the best you thought they might be, 6-1.
I felt pretty confident that they could be after the Auburn game. I feel like they could be. I just, at the Texas team we saw the last 2 years, and then this is the team we lose to. That's what really irks me. But like I said, it happens sometimes. But the thing with Ott, and I got this from a credible source today. Like when I say credible, I'm talking about, y'all tell you all the time, within football, around him all the time. Ott has been terrible at practice since he's been here. He misses assignments. He can't block well. Sometimes he doesn't come with the energy when he's running the ball, and it translates to the game. So the Ott experiment, for those who were saying that he's a bust, they might be correct, because some people, from what I was told, there are people thinking that he came in, and because what he did that 1 year at Cal, he thought that would just translate without the work, and he wasn't putting in the work.
Yeah.
And
he's not going to sniff it. He's not going to play. I mean, right now it's Blaylock and X-Rob, and I really liked what X-Rob provided today. But let's talk about Torrey Blaylock, because you want to talk about a guy who runs hard and is very secure with the ball. Like, he's got popped guys several times. He hangs on to the football. That's what you want from a running back. And today he actually showed a little bit of vision on a couple of plays and kind of cut it back. Showed some patience.
Yeah, I agree, Jerm. I agree. But I think Blaylock, since day one when he stepped on the field in games, I think you could kind of see like he's probably the best one they have, him or X-Rob. But the frustrating, X-Rob hasn't really started playing till like recently.
I don't understand that.
Wouldn't he be so much better right now if he'd have played the first 4 games?
Yes, exactly.
You would think rhythm-wise he would have been in more rhythm. It's just baffling, but
that's what I say. Running backs are very rhythmic base. If we don't have a rhythm, that's terrible. And then, even like Greg, even with you saying that right there, I know you're patting yourself on your shoulders, but my counter to that is, which is it necessarily doesn't make sense, is because what is your basis behind why he would be a bust? Not because last year when he was injured, you can't go by that.
Everyone wanted him.
Yeah, exactly. What would be the basis behind you saying, oh, he's going to be a bust, just because you want to be the first individual to say that before he actually gets on the field? Or there was something that you saw based on gameplay outside of him going through injuries last year that lets you know that he was going to be a bust? So that's my argument to that. What did you see? Not, like what did you see that showed on the field at OU here that he was going to be a bust?
Well, and the other thing, I see a lot of people with the Nagy stuff, which it's fair. Like he went and got him, but also I guarantee you Arbuckle signed off on that too. Like
every team in the country wanted him.
Well, that's like also coaches signed off and said they want him to. So and that's because everybody wanted him, regardless.
You too. I won't put it all on. I think it is part of DeMarco. I don't think DeMarco really knows how to develop different styles of runners, of running backs. And I've talked to dozens of people all week. Everybody I've told on here, I've told you, everybody knows my feelings about Gundy, even in Bullware, different things like that. And I'm not the only individual. But dang it, when Gundy and them were there, they were developing running backs. Running backs stayed good, stayed consistent every week. And to me, the running backs and tight end positions since DeMarco and Joe John have been here, they have consistently got worse every single year because of they don't know how to use rotation, they don't know how to make them better, they don't know how to develop, they don't know how to teach the simple things. And I don't know if that's because DeMarco just came in and was a coach. He didn't have to come in and go through the grind of being a GA or quality control, going to a smaller school, then becoming a coach. He just was here and he was a coach. But ever since DeMarco's got here, the running backs have not been good. The last great running back we had, Trey Sermon, he left when DeMarco was here. He transferred out when DeMarco was here.
I love Trey Sermon.
Exactly. And that's nothing against Kennedy Brooks and them, but I'm sorry, all the running backs we had ever since Trey had transferred, they have been average at best. And right now, we still don't know. We have an average backfield, but we potentially have great backs. We shall see. But with DeMarco at the helm, I don't think that all the backs we have can be great. I think he's hindering their potential. That's just how I feel.
And hey, speaking of, I saw NIL commits talking about Satania being the best receiver OU's had, but also the most drops. He had a big drop on third down. Yeah. He does remind me, and listen, don't come at me, guys. Don't lose it on me in the chat.
If you preface it with that, you're going to get people come at you.
He reminds me a little bit in the way he plays, the way he puts his foot in the ground and can cut back up, a little bit of Ryan Broyles. He's definitely not on Ryan Broyles' level, but I see a lot of Ryan Broyles. He runs a lot of the same type of routes, short stuff. He's not on Ryan Broyles' level, but the type of player he is, seems like that to me.
Well, I mean, I see what you're saying. If you look at the receiving core right now, he's the one guy that you say he right now he's making guys miss some. And it's not a lot, but he had some plays today where he got maybe 7 to 10 extra yards on a catch because of made a couple guys miss. So I mean, that's big for Oklahoma. But going into next week, guys, they're gonna have to be even better next week offensively because listen, I think OU's defense is unreal. But Ole Miss is going to score some points. They're not going to shut Ole Miss down to one touchdown. I mean, I'd be shocked if they allow one touchdown to Ole Miss. That would be phenomenal. But I just think Ole Miss can put up points. OU's offense is going to put up some points next week. And when I say put up points, they scored, 3 touchdowns a day? I mean, maybe mid-20s win that next week. What do you guys think? I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Ole Miss.
I don't know either that one.
Jay. Go ahead, Daniel. Go ahead.
I was going to find a great guy because he said the same thing again. Great guy. You're talking about the yards. Okay, yes. If you put the yards from the year before that one and then the yards he had last year, anyone can deduce from that, he potentially could be a bust. But that does not tell the whole part of the story. If you strictly just look at the yards, look at the carries, and come from that, he's a bust. That does not show that a player is going to be a bust because there's more to the story. An example being, you have John Mateer, who had all those yards last year. And let's say he says consistent what he is this year and doesn't match the touchdowns and the yardage he has this year. And all you do is look at just that. Look at just the yardage from what John Mateer had at Washington State and what he has this year. If we go by that and we just look at the yards, does that mean that if John Mateer comes in the next season that he's going to be a bust if you're strictly just looking at the yards? Yards, pass attempts, everything like that. That's what I'm saying. You can't just go by, because he had this many carries on this many yards, that means he's going to be a bust. What did you see that has shown he would be a bust? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I don't know if he plays another down this year, honestly, unless there's an injury because of the way Blaylock. Now, you never know because it is DeMarco Murray's backfield, so you never know what's going to happen. Hey, the people in the chat, obviously you didn't hear what I said. I didn't compare him. I said the type of player, because that's exactly what he is. He's the type of player. Satania is, that Ryan Broyles is.
Size wise and stuff. Is that
Just
kind of
the way he plays, the routes, the size, the skill as far as cutting. I'm not saying he's as good as Ryan Broyles. People don't understand analogies very well, I guess.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, I bet a lot of people would have. Well, I mean, this is kind of funny, but like, I probably would have done the same thing if Chambliss would have transferred to OU as a backup quarterback. I would have said, Division II guy. What's OU doing? I mean, he's tearing it up at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Now, what about this comment? What about this comment? Because I agree with this, and I am so happy the defense is as good as advertised, and I do think the offense. So Michigan, Auburn, Texas. Would you guys agree that those three defenses are likely better than the next two defenses OU's going to play? Ole Miss and Tennessee.
On paper, you would think.
Yeah.
So. I mean,
so offense has a chance to maybe get some momentum.
I think that, I would agree with that. I like I said, I think there's still some meat in the bones with the offense. I don't know if they will. I don't know if they will extend to great, but I think that they can potentially be average to above average. That's you know.
And you just can't turn it over. You can't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
With this defense.
I don't. If we get into a shootout, like say with Alabama, I haven't seen us have the ability to do that yet.
No, I mean
that's where we.
I agree.
Step it up,
and I agree. And the hope is there are no shootouts, because I don't think I agree with you, Daniel. OU needs to win. The recipe is control the ball, don't turn the ball over, make the other team go 80, 70, 80 yards every time, keep it low scoring. You're gonna have a chance to win every single game.
Yeah. Hey, and NIL commission, do you guys think Kinnick should be targeted more? He does. Now, he didn't play as much. They ran more stuff without him today, which they used that one formation where he was almost like an H-back. I kind of like that. I mean, they stopped him blocking on the edge because he just can't do it, and that's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Which is strange to me, because I would have thought that he would have brought a little bit of that tackling tenacity that he had to the point of contact when he's blocking. But blocking, it's leverage and things like that. And then, maybe because he was out of it so long, he just hasn't got those fundamentals back on blocking. But, I think he should get more touches. He's a lot more explosive than other tight ends.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Did you see anything differently? Like it, and I'll have to go back and rewatch it, Daniel. And you might have already noticed some things because you played the game and pick up on things a lot quicker than I do in that area. Less RPO early in the game, more in the second half is what I noticed. But when OU was having success running the ball, it really wasn't from RPOs. Did you notice that? It was more strictly straight up handoffs up the middle.
I was going back and watching. I couldn't really. I was trying to think about back to the previous games, but it looked like they were doing some things differently in the running game. Looks like they were pulling a bit there a little bit, but the O-line was coming off the ball strong. The tight ends were holding strong on the edge, which was a positive. Which is what they weren't doing the previous games, which is why oftentimes the running backs would be running into their defenders. But even so, you still got to use your vision and not do that. But it's it's hard when the blocking is not great. So that's what I saw. The O-line was coming off the ball. Those tight ends were sealing those edges, whether it be inside or outside leverage. And I think the biggest thing I did see, which is it was a change, is the receivers were attacking the leverage of the secondary. Like they, were attacking the inside, outside leg and trying to get open and different things like that, which is what I didn't see last week, which is why they're having issues getting separation. But what I still want them to start getting the ball downfield. That's like I said the other day, is because that's going to keep the DBs, that's going to keep them guessing. It's going to keep them a little bit, on their toes, because anytime they can take the top off. So I still think we need to learn to do that. I think we have the receivers to do that, but Arbuckle, that's one thing on his game that he really needs to hone. I like the short game, but you gotta have a little more than that, just slants and different things like that, which is fine. And I don't know if that's just not trusting what he has or what, but I still need to see more over the top We have to have that in the game.
You're right. And when you think about the one time they had a great matchup, it was Giovanni Gibson on the outside, ran just a go route. He's got a big height advantage, and Mateer throws it like 6 yards out of bounds.
Hasn't been great on the deep ball, Jay.
Well, you got to make it where at least Gibson can have a shot to jump ball it and get it instead of throwing it out of bounds. Stuff like that. They got to be better at that, because when you play really good defenses, especially linebacker and secondary, the short stuff, you're going to have to start throwing some stuff.
Exactly.
You're just not going to be able to keep dinking and dunking, I don't think.
And that was one of the main reasons why I felt like I didn't think Mateer was going to leave after this year. And it wasn't because I didn't think he would be good enough, because I thought that he would come in and there would be some growing pains, there would be some learning, there would be some things that he needs to growth on, which in my honesty, that's a positive for us. Like I said, I don't think we're going to be losing much on defense. Like, I think the defense is still going to be consistently elite, even next year. Mm-hmm. Even with because Halton. I think which one of the linebackers is a senior? Is Kobe a senior or is Kip a senior? Or are they both juniors?
I think they're both. I think they could. I think Kobe could come back.
But I know Kobe can come back if I remember right.
But I'll answer Max in a minute. And then what I'm looking at that is you got Halton on the D line, Halton leaving. Dom leaving, Gentry leaving. I mean, y'all, we don't have much leaving on that defense again, along with what's behind JJ and Kip. And then you look at offensively, Fasusi's coming back. You got the guys by EPL, all them. That's more years of more time to train and learn and get in the system. Michael at center, like X-Rob coming back. Torrey coming back, and then if Taylor Tatum can really come into his own, you got a three-headed monster right there, along with John Mateer and the receivers. Most of the receivers coming back, because I think Keontae is a senior.
Giovanni's got another year.
Giovanni's got another year. Burks and Satania are gone, but Elijah Thomas and those guys. I mean,
you'll have to get some. You'll have to get a.
You have to. That's the only position I think you'll have to portal in is the receivers. Tight ends, because Kanik, he's a senior, right?
Kanik will be gone.
Yeah. Yes, but I think Caden Helms will take the next step. But I do think they should portal their receiver and tight end for blocking, receiver for depth.
Well, in the tight end, you look around the SEC, everybody's got tight end.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the frustrating thing. Like, how does OU not have a tight end? But you know what? OU really hasn't. When you look in the NFL wise, OU, you got Mark Andrews, and then the guy that got injured but played for the was it Calcaterra?
Calcaterra.
Other than that, there just wasn't a whole lot of guys from Oklahoma that go to the NFL as tight ends.
Yeah, and Blake was a quarterback. Jermaine Gresham. That's all I can think of. But yeah, and then on the Taylor Tatum portion, I think the issue with Taylor Tatum right now is his confidence. One thing I can say from experience is if you're not getting a lot of time to play and you go in, there's this feeling of it's hard to explain. It's like you go out there not to mess up instead of just playing the game. And I think that's Taylor's issue now. He's dealt with some injuries, but I think that's his issue now. I still think Taylor Tatum can be a big part of the offense if he just gets his confidence and everything back. I don't think that he's done. The talent he has, I think he can be used. So I think he'll be all right. Javonte's a senior. I really don't see any upside with Javonte. I saw little flashes there last year, but I just think with how X-Rob and Torrey run the ball, even with the glimpses I've seen Taylor Taylor running the ball, just strictly running the ball, I think they're better. I think X-Rob shockingly has the best hands out of the backfield from what I've seen. I think he's a little more interactive with his hands, a little more active than the rest of the guys, but I think Taylor Tatum will be fine.
Yeah, and I see Ron's comment. Gentry Williams did not play the entire game. He chased the guy down, him and RSJ, and on that tackle, hurt himself and was in a sling in the second half. So,
did they say what happened to him?
I didn't hear any update.
I heard that. I thought it was shoulder, but I heard that it was clear on the X-ray. But who knows? I would be down. I mean, I don't know if he comes back.
The thing with these injuries, we had guys injured when I played, but some of these guys, it's the same. It is the same thing over and over. And I don't know if it's the trainings. I don't know. Some of the guys like Jacob Six, and I'm like, what is happening?
Man, he's always been injured.
Oh, I truly
whole
do
career.
not understand. Some of the guys I remember dealing with injuries when I played. Like I remember 2014, Shep dealt with a groin injury throughout that season. The next season, he was fine. He never dealt with that for the rest of his career. So the injuries are just I don't really know.
Yeah. Hey, and there's Texas Nightmare. He called in today, or he didn't call in because he never calls in, but he chatted today, said, OU's on here celebrating a win over South Carolina. Y'all are lucky to be celebrating a win over Kentucky. I'll tell you that. That was horrible performance. Yeah. So,
hey, Daniel, great stuff as always. Appreciate you joining us tonight. We'll do it again next week. Thanks for being on here with us. Appreciate it. I know the chat loves having you on here as well.
Hey, thanks, Daniel. See you, bro. Texas
looks like Auburn may whatever the comment is, Jay. They're going to snatch the a defeat from the hands of victory again.
Wait, are they going to win?
No, they're going to lose.
Auburn's going to Freeze is going to be gone.
Hey, real quick. Hey, Texas Nightmare. Do you realize Kentucky had 400 yards of offense to Texas's 175? About 26 first downs to 9. But, yeah, you got the win. But you cannot say you're happy about it. You cannot say you think that was a great win tonight. They got absolutely boat raced at Kentucky, buddy. And your boy Arch Manning didn't look very good, did he? I'll take that win at South Carolina by a score of 26-7, though. I'll take that dub. It's a big one. It's a big one for OU. They needed it big time. Like I said all week, it's not a bad win. Going to South Carolina and winning, it's not, Jay. The missed tackles were bad by RSJ and some others, especially on that one drive. But, again, OU's got a chance now, Jay. I saw Danny Dimes. It's very interesting. Danny Dimes says the OU could win. He sees them winning Missouri, Ole Miss, and LSU at home. 3 nights ago, Danny Dimes and Greg God both said OU's not winning another football game. Weird.
Hey,
you remember that, Jay?
Hey, let's do this. We're
winning another game.
I remember. Hey, let's get to trivia, and then I want to open the phone lines for a bit, right?
Okay.
But let me do trivia first. So, trivia tonight. Hey, guys and gals, make sure you check out Sugar 66. You see the logo there, bottom right. What is Sugar 66? It is freeze-dried candy. It's pineapple whips. It's frozen treats. It's a sweet shop, just like the logo says, sugar. And you get a lot of sugar there. Go check them out. 2 locations, one in Tulsa, one in Catoosa, near the Big Blue Well. Check them out, Sugar 66. Here's the trivia question. How about that punt from John Mateer today? Pinned him at the 1-yard line. Did you know that OU's had a quarterback do that in the last 3 years, every year? Pinned him inside the 5. Last year, it was Arnold versus Temple. The question is, who did Dylan Gabriel do it against? 2023. What team was that against? Pinned him inside the 5.
I remember the punt. I forget the team.
Okay. Well, that's the question.
Look. Hey, and yeah, I'm not going to spend any time talking about Texas Nightmare, Jay. I just don't have the patience for that tonight.
Well, hey, the fact of the matter is he came in here because they won. If they'd have lost, he wouldn't have been in here.
He would have been a no-show, Jay. That's typical, dude. It's typical. I don't even know why you pointed it out. It's typical.
It was not Kansas, not BYU, not Oregon. There it is. Aaron Huddleston. OSU, baby. That's it. OSU.
Look, overall right now, OU's sitting at 6-1, 5 games remaining, 3 of the 5 at home, 2 road tests, tough ones, Neyland Stadium and in Tuscaloosa. If you can look, winning the home games, those aren't an easy task, Jay, the teams they got. Now, I'd say of the 3, Missouri's the easiest, but look, I had OU losing to Texas and then winning one of the 3, South Carolina, Tennessee, or Bama, and they won the one today. I had OU at 9-3 before the year, and that very well could be what they end up.
That's what I picked too, Jeremy. I think that's
It's just going to be interesting, Jay, because of the playoffs.
Well, you can't even talk playoffs yet. Have you looked
9-3, 9-3. Jay, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to say
they beat South Carolina.
I'm going to say this. Listen.
They didn't beat a top 10 team. Go beat Ole Miss.
Listen. I think there will be 3. Listen to me. 3 SEC teams. 3 I think there'll be 3 SEC teams at 10-2. So
I would agree.
Then it's going to be which 1 or 2 at 9-3 get in. And Texas at 9-3 is only going to have 2 losses in the conference. That's one of the issues.
Yeah, but how do you know Texas is going to be 9? You don't know what anybody.
They might not. I'm saying I've got 3 at 10-2 though, Jay.
Here's a for sure thing: Alabama is going to be in the playoff. And if you look at OU's schedule right now, to me, that's the game where I'm like, that they're not beating Bama.
Now
that would be the one right now. I'm thinking no.
Dalpos, before the season, I said if BV goes 9-3 and misses the playoff, I've always been saying if they don't make the playoffs, they should get rid of him. If he goes 9-3, they're not getting rid of him. Okay, first off. And second of all, that would probably mean they win every home game this year, and their only losses on the road were Tennessee and Bama. So I don't think they would get rid of him at 9-3. Now, I said playoffs are bust, but.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Jerm. 9-3 with the schedules. I mean, it's a good year. I mean, the schedule's not easy. Now, I do think there's a couple games down the stretch, which, by the way, if OU were to beat Ole Miss and Tennessee, the Missouri and LSU games at home look a lot easier now. Those two teams,
but you never know, man. You never know.
You never know, but those 2 games to end the year, Jerm, look easier.
There is a whole lot of football left with injuries. You just never know. It's one game at a time. What I do like is the way the defense has played. They're going to keep them in every game, Jay. Now, what OU hasn't played yet is a dominant passing attack yet. Trinidad Chambliss, he can also hurt you with his feet, Jay, with his legs. Hey, Trinidad Chambliss today in the fourth quarter, when he got pressured, he didn't throw the ball as well. Got to pressure him.
Yeah, I'm going to open up the phone lines just for a bit.
Hey, real quick, shout out for the supers. Shout out to Easy Money. Already donated 30 tonight. Thanks so much. Jen, thanks so much for the super. And there was one other one for the super. I want to thank you guys for supporting our channel. I know maybe we're on here too much, but I don't think so because I love every bit of it, and you guys keep joining us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, there's the phone line. Hey, just like we did today, keep it fairly quick.
2-minute offense.
2-minute offense. It doesn't have to be like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I do think, and we got Platone. I'm not saying this because we got Platone on here, and he's been our certified doctor, but I do think maybe the gripping will get better as weeks go by. I could be wrong on that. Maybe it's full grip. I don't know. Maybe he gets stronger with more time from healing on that. But I saw the comment in the chat, so I had to say that. What's up, Platone?
Hey guys, obviously I was happy with the win today. I don't think it has anything to do with this injury, but Mateer looks like he played pretty well today, but to me, he looks like he's holding the ball a long time. Have you guys noticed that? Like, I feel like he was making quicker decisions early in the season.
Well,
like I feel like even when he doesn't have pressure on him, he holds it for half a second too long, and he just doesn't seem to be as confident on his decisions as he used to be. I don't know. That's just me.
Well, I kind of see that a little bit, and I wonder if it's because like early on he was kind of felt like he was just gripping and ripping. I wonder if like last week with the multiple interceptions, if he was like, ooh, I better be a little more cautious. I don't know that. I'm just wondering if that crosses his mind at all.
Isn't it crazy how the OU Texas game is its own vacuum? You cannot use what OU or Texas does before or after that game for anything, right? Because look at Texas today. They looked very lazy, sloppy. They looked very apathetic today. They did not play that way at all against us, right? So I don't know if Brent Venables has the mindset that the OU Texas game is on a different level. You can't treat it as another game. It doesn't matter. They could be 0-4 or 5 coming that game, and they're still gonna play better in that game than they are in the rest of the season. And I don't know that Venables really understands that, which doesn't make sense to me because he was at OU for years. So I don't understand that, but that's the way I see it. The other thing I'll say is as we get to the harder competition later, I love our defense, man. They're awesome. We are asking so much of them. I see situations where hopefully our running game stays strong like it was today, and that can carry forward. But if it doesn't, I see situations where people are getting mad at the defense because they can play 3.5 quarters of lights out football, but it's not fair to expect them to play 4 quarters and shut down everybody if the offense doesn't do anything. So what I see happening against Bama would be like, they hold them strong. Let's say they hold Bama to like maybe 1 touchdown for 3.5 quarters, but if the offense goes 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, they're not going to be able to play that way the entire game and shut them down. And they're going to look bad at the end of the fourth quarter, and people are going to blame them when in fact it's the offense that's still the issue. I don't want our defense to catch any shade because it's not fair to expect them to play 4 absolute lights out quarters against every single opponent we get.
I agree with that. I agree with that synopsis, Platoon, because OU defense, looking around the country, they're far and away better than some of these other ones right now. They got to keep doing it, though. And I agree with Joe Russell. One of Mateer's issues has been he's backing up instead of stepping up in the pocket some. Got to fix that. Got to get better at that. Let's get to Mark.
What's up, Mark? How you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I just wanted to get your thoughts on the fact that I don't think Notre Dame will be taking any SEC spots. I think they'll be taking Big Ten.
Well, if Notre Dame goes 10-2 or 10-2, and there's an SEC team at 9-3, I think they'll take the spot. Don't you?
Now Jay, I agree with him in this sense because here's the deal. I think the Big Ten's only getting 3 now.
Because A&M beat Notre Dame.
Yes.
Correct.
And then our bottom dweller, Arkansas, almost beat Notre Dame.
No, Arkansas
got destroyed by Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah, they did. And then someone who's supposed to be doing pretty good overall, USC, is going just lost. So I think if anybody's going to lose a team, it's going to be Big Ten.
I mean,
what you really need, Mark, you need Notre Dame to lose at Pittsburgh and just get out of there because if that happens, I'm not saying – I mean, the SEC would be guaranteed 5 at that point.
And then my last thought is are we sure these Tennessees, Missouris, and Alabamas and all their offenses are that good, or are their defenses just that bad? Because they all seem to be putting up shootouts against each other, but not against other teams.
From what I'm just telling with my eye test, Tennessee and Alabama have really good offenses, and they got weapons.
But is it because their defenses are that bad? Because they only have shootouts against like Georgia and each other. Like they don't have a shootout against one of the better defensive teams.
Well, I mean, I see what you're saying. I just think Tennessee and Bama, I think, are the top 2 offenses in the league. I mean, wouldn't you guys agree? I mean, Arkansas.
Now, what Tennessee and Bama have better than everyone are quarterbacks that can throw it downfield and 3 or 4 receivers who are good at getting open. So they kind of have the best test for a secondary. Now, if you can pressure Aguilar, we saw tonight, or maybe pressure Simpson, that's the key, and that's where OU's got a strength.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right, appreciate the call.
Auburn misses a field goal in overtime. Eli Drinkwitz is gonna win again.
Wait, that game's tied?
It's in overtime.
Jeez.
Eli Drinkwitz is going to win.
Hugh Freeze will be fired.
They're top 10. They're top 10.
Let's get to Bobby.
Hey guys,
what's going on?
Hey, the O-line did a lot better tonight. Why do y'all think that Mateer didn't like stretch the ball a little bit more? It seemed like he had a little bit of time today, at least to get a little practice into like throwing that ball. I mean, he seems like he needs to do it a little bit more. Don't y'all agree?
I wish they would throw it down the field more, but there was a lot of times I went back and watched, and they didn't have routes going down there. A lot of times they were running a lot of short stuff, which I love that. That's one thing, right? That's one complaint I have on this offense so far, Bobby. I don't think they've thrown it down the field enough.
Yeah, that's going to come back to haunt us maybe in some games if we have to get into shootouts, like with Tennessee or Alabama or somebody like that, you know.
Yeah, I will say that, Bobby, the one touchdown at Satania, which was a big play, that was more of just an elite play call, looking over to the flat, sending Giovanni Gibson through the post, and then having Satania come back behind him. That was a great play call, but I'm with you. Stretch the field a little bit, and one guy who's shown he can stretch the field, guys, is Canick down the middle.
Yeah. Did EPL play a lot more in this game to y'all? Did he?
No, he played in mop-up duty.
No, he played in like second quarter when I think Ozada must have got injured. He was in there.
So it seemed like when him and Fasusi were in there together, it seemed like that they did a pretty good job didn't it, to y'all?
Somewhat. I mean,
Fasusi had his worst game overall, though.
Yeah,
I think, but I think he was just in there because Ozida got banged up a little bit.
Okay. But they look like they're getting a little better to y'all. The O-line every game.
Today, definitely, they look better.
Hey, Bobby, until I see it in back-to-back games and one of them being a really good team, I can't just jump out there and say that. Like
Jay, they didn't block against Kent State. They blocked today. It was good.
It was better blocking than they've had. In
the question was, you don't think they got better?
This week they did for sure, Jeremy. Yes. And Bobby, they did this week.
Yeah.
But I need to see it back to back.
Yeah, I agree. All right, y'all have a good night, guys.
Hey, you too, Bobby. Hey, question for you guys in here. Who gets fired first? It's a good little question here. Because Florida State's playing Stanford and they were down 3-0. Who gets fired first if Florida State loses? Freeze, Napier, or Norvell?
Well, Jay.
Who's going to make it out of the weekend?
I think Freeze would be first. But Jay, I think Freeze is first to go. I think maybe tonight, Benjamin's right. Jay, I don't think Florida should get rid of Napier right now.
Why?
The players love him, and but listen,
they should have lost today.
I'm saying right now, Jay, OU, Florida can play upset alert. They've got several teams coming into the swamp.
And listen, I am with you on. I do not like firing coaches during the season. Okay, I don't. But with this coaching carousel, there might be people trying to fire people so they can get somebody else before somebody else gets them.
Hey, Missouri's lining up to win the game with the field goal.
Hey, we got corrections.
Hey guys, how you doing tonight?
Good.
Good day of football, man.
Oh yeah.
Just real quick, I just want to say I still really, I started the season saying 10-2 or better. I still like where we're going with 10-2. Material keeps getting stronger and healthier with that hand. I mean, really, I think we've already faced the best defense we're going to face all year. Maybe LSU could be up there, but Bama sure doesn't shine on defense. Tennessee doesn't shine on defense. Who else has a great defense that we're going to face that's better than we've already faced this year, even better than today?
Texas is the best defense that they played for sure.
Texas, Michigan, three defenses, best defenses.
Yeah. I still really feel good about, being 10-2 or better. I really feel that. It's just one, it's kind of like, how do you eat a whale? You eat it one, wow, they just missed the field goal.
Oh my.
Unbelievable. But anyways, the last thing I want to say, get off of here because I know you guys are about ready to end it. Just to the South Carolina fans, based off of every single fan base that we played, last year and this year, by far this week, the South Carolina fans were like the best fan base, the most chill, the most, cool fans. So if any of them are listening, in the podcast, just, it's much appreciated and it doesn't go unnoticed with the Sooner fan base.
Hey, good call.
Thanks for the call, corrections. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Good stuff.
Hey, Jay, Eli Drinkwitz just did the most Eli Drinkwitz thing I've ever seen.
What did he do?
The guy kicked the field goal and he starts jogging out, jumping up over to go shake Hugh Freeze's hand. He missed it.
Are you serious?
He's jogging up thinking they won the game.
Hey, but question for you. Let's just before we end this, I got to ask you guys and Jeremy.
Okay, but Jay, before you say it, you picked South Carolina and you just said Hugh Freeze is going to be gone by tonight, and then they missed a field goal. He may win the game.
Jeremy, I'm telling you, man. Hey, for all your little playoff spreadsheets that you've started,
I've got one.
Wouldn't the best thing for OU be to Michigan or to Missouri to win tonight and then beat Vanderbilt next week and then come into Norman in a few weeks with one loss?
Oh, Jay, I didn't have Missouri losing this game.
Okay,
I've got them losing 3. I've got them losing. They lost to Bama. I've got them losing at Vandy, and I got them losing to OU. They're done.
For OU, if OU is going to get in at 9-3, then you would need to have 3 top 10 wins. You got Alabama, you got Ole Miss top 10, you got Missouri top 10. You can win 2 or 3 of those. I think when you're looking at that scenario, you want Missouri to win, but it's hard to root for Missouri, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. OU just needs to go win 10 games if they want to.
That's the thing. We can do spreadsheets. We can do all kinds of analytics. It doesn't matter. Go win games, okay? One at a time. Today, even during the game, OU went up 2 steps on the ladder, fell back down with all the penalties, but they got a step in the right direction today. It's a big-time win, 26-7. So,
and Jerm, it doesn't get any better than having an 11 o'clock kick and winning and then sitting back and watch football.
Oh, it's been great. Great night. There's probably some late ones getting ready to start. Florida State at Stanford. Hey, guys, Easy Money, Jen, everyone else that gave us supers. We thank you guys very much. Now, Giovanni Gibson, I like that comment about Jamar Chase. Not there yet, but hit the like for us, guys. We had a game time video this morning, pre-game live, post-game live, and normal live. It's been a long day and a fun day, and thank you guys for being a part of it with us.
Thanks for the supers as well, and then also for Daniel for doing this on the segment.
Yeah, big shout out to Daniel as well. So, guys, thanks. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a super Sunday, Sooner Nation.